I've been meaning to do this video for many months now, and it's finally here. Whether you're considering your move or you're already in the process of moving to Paris, this video is for you. So I'm going to break down all the key expenses that you will have to budget for when living in Paris. Hi, I'm Esther. I'm the founder of Let's Paris Relocation and Let's Get Friends Expat Services. Before we start, make sure to hit subscribe so you won't miss any new videos about living in France. We are obviously going to start with housing costs because this is usually the biggest expense that you have when living in a city. As in most of the cities, the cost of a rental apartment can vary a lot depending on what kind of accommodation it is, what's its size, and where it's located. However, we can get a general idea of how much it will cost you to rent a flat in Paris. Renting a one-bedroom apartment in Paris city center costs between 1,200 up to 2,500 euros. I know, it's a huge gap. But obviously, this price will depend whether the apartment is furnished or unfurnished, and obviously it's stated. If your goal is to live in the city center but you don't have a huge budget, you can absolutely find a one-bedroom apartment around 1,200 euros. You can't, however, expect it to be amazingly furnished and in a really good condition. However, if you're looking for an apartment at a higher price point, you can absolutely find beautifully furnished and fully equipped apartments around 2,500 euros. Usually the size of these one-bedroom apartments vary between 25 to 35, 40 square meters maximum. If you're willing to save on housing, you can absolutely do so by going to live in Parisian suburbs. Most of the suburbs around Paris are really greatly connected to the city center, so you can easily access these places by simply jumping on the metro or taking a bus or a train. Renting an apartment in the suburbs of Paris will probably cost you between 800 to 1,200 euros a month. If you're looking to buy a property, prices can vary again a lot, depending on what and where you're looking for. But to give you a general idea, in central Paris, prices per square meter range between 10,000 to 16,000 a square meter. Obviously, these prices can vary a lot depending on the location, on the condition, and on the type of property that you want to buy. How much utilities cost in Paris? Utilities in Paris are usually moderate compared to other European cities. For a one or two bedroom apartment, heating, electricity, cooling, insurance, and garbage, you should expect between 100 to 250 euros a month. Yeah, I know it's a huge gap, but the difference can be whether the heating and the cooling is general or it's individual. This can make your expenses drop or get higher. This is why it's very important to understand whether your heating and hot water is included in your rental charges or if you will have to pay extra for it. So how much do internet and mobile phone plans cost in Paris? So today, most buildings in Paris are equipped with fiber. For a high-speed fiber internet connection, you should expect to pay between 30 to 40 euros. These plans usually include also TV channels and sometimes even Netflix or Disney subscriptions. Mobile phone plans range between 15 to 35 euros a month, and this usually also includes data. What about food and groceries? When living in Paris, you have a huge choice of grocery stores and even organic grocery stores. You will find one on every corner in the city. So how much money would it cost to buy groceries every month? So grocery bills for a single person should range between 200 to 400 euros, obviously depending on the products that you are going to buy. Paris has great local farmer markets almost every weekend and even during the week. Shopping on these markets can be really cost effective and also a very nice experience. When living in Paris, you will obviously want to dine out. So how much does that cost when you're going out for a nice dinner? A meal at an inexpensive restaurant will cost you between 15 to 20 euros for one person. However, if you're looking for a more exclusive and more expensive restaurant experience, you will probably have to pay between 40 to 60 euros for a meal per person. Now let's talk about transportation. Paris is known for its great public transportation system. many metro lines, buses, trains. You can literally get to everywhere in no time by using the public transportation. Paris offers a monthly pass with unlimited travel on buses, trams, trains, and the subway. This monthly pass costs around 85 euros. You can also have discounts if you're a student. To get more information on this matter, you can go to ratp.fr. If you're already in Paris, you can simply go down to one of the metro stations in the city and inquire about the pass prices in one of the guichets of the metro stations. Now let's get to healthcare. France in general offers a very good healthcare system. If it's possible, the best option is to get French social security. However, almost all French people, and especially expats, have private health insurance as well. The cost for that varies between 50 to 150 euros a month, depending on your insurance coverage. To give you an idea, in France, a doctor's visit costs you around 25 euros, and you will get reimbursed by your social security or by your insurance for a big part of that amount. If you need to see a specialist, consultation with these kind of doctors vary between 50 to 100 euros. But keep in mind that you will often be reimbursed by your insurance partially or sometimes fully. If you're coming to Paris with children, obviously you ask yourself the question, how much will their education cost you? Public education in France is free, but parents often incur costs for meals, supplies, and activities. Now let's talk about entertainment and leisure. In Paris, obviously you can never get bored. You will always find activities to do, even on a Monday night. Maybe you will be surprised, but a big part of these activities are actually free. You can do your research by looking online, but you will find many things to do around Paris without needing to spend €1. But let's see how much does it cost, for example, to go to see a movie. Cinema tickets cost between 10 to 15 euros, depending on which cinema you choose. A monthly fee for a gym membership is between 30 to 85 and even 100 euros, depending on what kind of gym you're looking for. Museum entry fees are between 15 to 20 euros approximately. So let's see how much it would cost in total to live in Paris for a single person. The cost of living in Paris can range between 1,400 to 4,500 euros a month, depending on the kind of lifestyle that you want to live. Living in Paris can indeed be expensive, but the city's lifestyle, amenities usually justify the costs. I hope this video was helpful and gave you a general idea of what you will need to spend when living in Paris. If you learned something new, make sure to subscribe and like the video, and leave a comment if you have any new subject that you would like me to make a video about. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Au revoir!